I was a 16-year-old girl in love for the first time, and my first boyfriend was this.
I took out the trash. He went back up to the door, and he locked the door.
And I was completely incapacitated. I could not move a limb or utter a word.
And he started like undressing me.
But we got
and I could say
I remember the
no.
feelings of gratitude. But that all turned into horror and betrayal when he undressed me and decided to have his way with me.
According to non-profit organization Stop Street Harassment, 81% of women aged 18 or older reported experiencing some form of sexual harassment and/or assault in their lifetime. Over 3 in 4 women experienced verbal sexual harassment, and 1 in 2 women, 51%, have been sexually touched in an unwelcome way. Less than 10% of the people surveyed claim to have filed an official complaint or report. Looking specifically at workplace harassment, America's Equal Employment Opportunity Commission receives around 12,000 complaints of sexual harassment each year, which they consider to be a gross underestimation of the scale of the problem. Looking at this data, looking at the scale of the problem, it forces us to consider an uncomfortable question. Why, as a society, are we only talking about this now? The cases that have received so much global attention, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, we've known about these for years, decades even. So why now? The simple answer to that is MeToo. The incredible reach of this movement has brought a new focus on sexual violence and harassment, raising awareness to unprecedented levels. Now, shortly, we'll look at how MeToo has made this possible. But before we get to that, we need to tackle the real elephant in the room, and that is, why weren't we listening? In our otherwise progressive societies, where we hold notions of justice as equal concern and respect for each individual, how can it be that such a pervasive injustice that affects almost half of our population has been so overlooked? Now, the answer to that may have something to do with the way women's voices have been largely ignored for centuries. And even when women have been heard, they have rarely been believed. This stems from the unequal status of women in our society, a cultural issue that has ancient roots.
I hope eventually, I think it's going to be a while. I think it's so deeply ingrained, unfortunately, socially, and until we're equal in every way, how can you expect us to be respected verbally if we're not being respected in every other way?